Today's movie, of course, is Little Miss Sunshine. This is a great movie, actually. Pretty much the little indie that could, I guess, is the expression they use. Very interesting. I mean, that this made it all the way to the Academy Awards. I mean, it started out, the little indie movie. Oh, hey, Steve Carell's in it. Great. But yeah, I mean, to be nominated for Best Picture, that's definitely something. Not only that, like it didn't win, of course, but it came pretty close. It won for its screenplay. Also won Best Supporting Actor. Alan Arkin, well deserved, in my opinion. He's brilliant. He's brilliant in the movie. Oh my God, so great. Like from the first second you see Alan Arkin in this movie. Oh, so was with the fucking chicken. Always with the motherfucking chicken. Oh, so good. I love it. But yeah, I mean, basically, it's a pretty simple movie. It stars a great cast. I mean, you got Alan Arkin, of course, who I mentioned, Steve Carell, Greg Kinnear, Toni Collette, little Abigail Breslin as Little Miss Sunshine, Olive, and Paul Dano as her brother, as the struggling teen son. Pretty much the plot of the movie. I'm sure you know basic plot of the movie. They have to go on a road trip to go to the Little Miss Sunshine pageant. It's a huge kind of suspend your disbelief for the huge contrivance of how to get them all in there in kind of a convincing way. But it works because the brother Steve Carell is suicidal, so he can't be left alone. Grandpa is helping little Olive with her rehearsing, so he has to come. Father's the only one who can operate their little yellow Volkswagen, so he has to come. Mother has to come, of course, and the main holdout, the son. But he's promised to get permission to go to Air Force Academy if he comes along. So, basic plot of the movie, and the plot is about their road trip, going to Little Miss Sunshine pageant. And it's a very, very funny movie. I mean, it's definitely not like here's a jokes, funny movie. It is character based, which I really, really like, because the characters, of course, it's a very kind of, this is a dysfunctional family kind of movie. But I don't think it cheats in any way, because like even like say look at Greg Kinnear's character, the father. He's kind of like this kind of seedy, like self-help wannabe. Like he's one of those people always talking about their stupid little program, and like you hear them talk on and on about it, and you're always thinking in your head when you hear these people talk, please don't ask me for money. Please don't tell me about this great investment opportunity. He's kind of one of those people, and he's kind of like this sort of positive guy, but in the same way, he's very kind of down-putting, and he's very judgmental. And kind of one of the best scenes in the movie is when they are at the diner and they're eating, and Olive orders ice cream. And he's like, if you really want to be a beauty pageant star, you really think you should be eating that ice cream? And that was like the moment where like everyone in the theater or watching at home, whatever, they're like, eat the ice cream, eat the ice cream. She eats the ice cream. It's great. But like at the same time, he loves his daughter. I mean, he's there to support her. So there's no real kind of shades of black and white here. It's all kind of gray, but it is done in kind of a fun and sort of fancy-free sort of way. And it's as dysfunctional as they are. The whole family loves each other, and that's kind of the key point to the movie. And where I think if it fails in any kind of way, it is kind of at the end where they sort of have to drive that point home. Like, because you can tell in the context, like, okay, they're fucked up, but they all love each other. That's pretty much it. But like at the end, they kind of have to drive the point home, and it gets a little silly at the pageant where Olive is doing her performance, and it's kind of inappropriate. Her grandpa taught her all these insane dance moves, and of course the pageant master or whoever, the stuck up lady's like, oh, what's this shenanigans, I won't stand for this, get her off the stage. And of course the whole family comes up, they all be like, no, we're supporting our daughter, let's dance, and we're all wacky and dysfunctional and we know it, and let's just dance. I don't know, it's a little much, but other than that, I mean, it's funny that pretty much the the best parts of the movie are leading up to the pageant. So kind of a movie where it's like the journey to get there is a little bit better than the actual destination, which is the truth to the movie, I think. And appropriately, I think it does end on the right note. Like they get up there and they dance and they kind of, prove their bond as a family, sort of. And yeah, I mean, they don't linger around, which I like. The movie ends when it should, and that's pretty much it. That's the ending. Like, there's no, at least they don't take it even further, where they're like, I know we've had some hard times, but gosh darn it, we'll stick through this. Nothing like that. So I like that, and it is kind of, the anti-nuclear family picket fence kind of movie, which I like. And I think that's kind of what a lot of people responded to in the movie, and how kind of the key character is Olive, and she has an innocence and positivity about her that is infectious, and that's kind of what brings the whole family together. So I do think it's a great movie, and Abigail Breslin, she got an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress, which is pretty cool. Because you don't see too much of a performance like hers, really, because she does seem like a normal kid. You can spot it instantly when you see like a child actor. You know exactly that they think they're supposed to be being very dramatic or something, but she feels like a real kid, which I think saves the whole movie. If she felt like an actressy kind of, over the top kid, the movie would be a failure. No, I wouldn't be talking about this movie right now. Wouldn't have been nominated for Oscar. Wouldn't have had audiences fall completely in love with it. And I sincerely believe that. And yeah, she's just a realistic kid. I learned years later after watching this movie that her little belly, it's fake. So that was Hollywood magic. I don't know if that's interesting or at all, but that kind of like the last time I watched this, I'm like, I can't not get that out of my head. I thought, oh, they got a normal kid, and hey, a reasonable, attainable body image, and it's just Hollywood fakeness. Anyway, I don't know if that's interesting at all, but that always distracts me when I watch the movie now. But either way, great performance from the little girl, Abigail Breslin. She's definitely, gone on to bigger roles. I think she's in Zombieland. Yeah, I think that's all I know. But I get her confused with the Kick-Ass girl, Chloe Grace Moretz. And of course, Toni Collette is great in the movie. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that she's Australian. To her credit, I think she should have got a little more love. She got nominated for a Golden Globe for her performance, but no Oscar love. But hey, Alan Arkin winning, and he occupies such a small amount of the movie, but you can tell why they decided to let him win, because he really is kind of the heart of the movie, besides Olive. Paul Dano, great too. I think still probably his best role, though he's an interesting actor. I mean, he goes for kind of roles where you want to hate him. Like, geez, like There Will Be Blood, Prisoners, 12 Years a Slave. I don't know, he's an interesting actor. And Greg Kinnear, I think he's great, even as like the douchebag dad. I think he's great. Probably, aside from maybe As Good as It Gets or Autofocus, I think this is his best work. But a great ensemble cast, and a really funny movie that, yeah, maybe gets a little too sweet at the end, but I think it earns it. And of course, I forgot to mention Steve Carell, who's brilliant in the movie as the suicidal brother. All great. They're so great in this movie, and it was great to see something like this get some Oscar love. So yeah, little indie that could. Little Miss Sunshine. Damn good movie. So thanks for watching.